Good morning, everyone. How are we all doing today? Inauguration Day, January 20th. Um, Today, I want to delve deeper into your secret book that you're supposed to have, that we're all supposed to have. Some of you might be confused about what exactly that is, so let's talk about that. It is Inauguration Day. It looks like Joe and Kamala have been sworn in. There's no civil war yet. So maybe the country's just gonna pop back and go back to normal and the usual. I have no more expectations. I I truly believe that I need to get away from politics. We all need to get away from politics. Stay intertwined. Always needs attention.
Asshole.
Stay intertwined. Stay in the know, but make it 15 minutes of your day in the morning. Make it 15 minutes and then shut it off, because it's like a super long soap opera or a Netflix special that's super intense, and it just
Super.
never ends, and you're not really making a difference behind your keyboard, and you're not making a difference with your opinions. So we need to get back to our local communities and our lives, focusing on what we can change and what we can alter and what we can affect, and that's where we are right now in our actual lives. So personally, another kind of 2021 resolution: I'm going to get away from politics, unless I want to run to be the district senator or governor of the state or whatever. Unless I want to make that my life, there's not really much I can do politically except kind of be in the know and go out and vote. Outside that, got bigger and better things to do right where I stand. So, secret book. I've mentioned it a couple times, but I want you to know exactly what we're looking for here. I have a notebook. I have several notebooks, and they need to be labeled as to what obviously you're keeping track of. You need a secret book for your finances. You need a secret book for your life goals, your long term goals, and then all the short term pieces that make up that long term goal. You need a secret book for all of your bills. You should never be confused as to when you're supposed to pay your water bill. I mean, there's a thing called auto pay, which is fantastic, but when you're just starting, I understand that you need to pay certain bills at certain times, because you don't have a ginormous pool of money there, and where you can just say, yeah, take it on the 17th. You need to make sure that you can actually pay that without bouncing your checking account.
Uh-oh.
So you get a secret book. You keep track of all this stuff. Keep track of all of your goals. And I hear a quote or something. A philosophical quote that I want to live by today and the rest of the week or something. I'll put that in there, and before you know it, you have a year long diary of just a beautiful, concise book that you can look back on and go, oh yeah, that was a good thing to think about, and I should continue to live by that motif. Your secret book should also contain everything that you've ever learned. So, like for instance, the stock market. I have an entire Word document called Trade Journal. 2017, Trade Journal 2020. I'm working on obviously 2021 now, and it's hundreds of pages, and I can go back and look at that, and some of it's just complete horseshit. I've learned better practices and things like that, but some of it's really great, and you can still apply it to, for instance, make money in the stock market. So if you get a good idea, make sure you write it down. There's just something about the act of writing something down, to store it, to further make it a real tangible thing. Don't just let it go in one ear and out the other. I kind of do this with comedy as well. Um, I'm not really a stand-up comedian, but I do improv, and I write sketches and things like that. And I wouldn't be against doing more stand-up comedy. But when I learned this from Joe Rogan too. When I think of an idea, something that just makes me laugh, even if it's at 4 in the morning, I have to get up and I have to write that down into my secret comedy book. You think, I'll remember that, but you don't even know how many times I've woke up laughing my ass off, and I'm like, I'll just write that down tomorrow, and then I wake up the next day, I'm like, what the hell was I thinking of? I cannot think of it. It's crazy. So this isn't just for comedy, but this is for brilliant insights, epiphanies, whatever you want to call it. Once they jump in your head, even if it's at 4 in the morning, we all got these dumb little cell phone things. Get on there on your notes and write down exactly what jumped in your head, um, because you will forget. But if you write it down, you'll live by that, and you'll see it later on in life. It'll be further embedded in your brain, and things will slowly change rather than letting them go in one ear and out the other. So, get a secret book for every single thing. It's basically just a way to get organized. It's basically just a way to be accountable in life. There's too many floaters out there, people just floating through life. They don't know what they're really doing. You need to narrow your focus onto exactly what you want, how much money you want, what kind of job you want, what kind of business you want to open. And by doing that, by having a secret book and writing down every single thing that pops into your head, um, that's going to assist you on your way, as opposed to just floating through life like 95% of the population does. Okay, day 12, inauguration day. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a good night.